What's going on, everybody? We are back live. Give us a thumbs up in the comments if you can see, and we're going streaming good here. It's Fatty and Jared. We are at the 3 spot here in beautiful North Royalton, Ohio, for our pregame show today. Casey's in here. What's going on, Casey? How are you doing today? Brian, finally nice to meet you in person. We got some beautiful drinks here. I got a Bloody Mary straight from the bar. Nice little pick me up this morning, and a little Bud Light for you. Bud, beautiful place here, man. What a beautiful place. Glad we came here. Glad you picked it out and, said, hey, we got to come here and do this. Got to thank them first off. PJ, who set everything up for us here. We have our own little spot. So, and Casey, you got to see this. This place is beautiful. There's not many people here right now because it is only 11:30 in the morning. But let me pull up the Fatty cam as I get everything going. Brian, why don't you talk to him?
Yeah, no, it was a beautiful day, even though the weather outside is a little frightful. It's obviously bitter cold in Cleveland and Chicago, where we'll be playing today, but a game to look forward to. It seems like it's going to be a fun game. We're excited to be here and at the 3 spot, and they were nice enough to have us. So let's get you a live video. Oh, looks like it's still loading here. He's going to show us here soon. This is where we're at today. They got the Christmas lights going good. You got some behind the scenes here. There we go. Now we're cooking. There's the Fatty cam.
I love the Fatty cam.
Nice and festive. So
got this beautiful bobblehead wall over here, dude. Like, look at that. Like, that's glorious. Anyway.
Nice place to come watch a Cavs game, Browns game, anywhere. So let's get into it here. We've got a bittersweet game to recap from last week. What do you want to talk to about the Browns and the Titans last week?
I really don't want to talk about it. Do we have to talk about it?
Yes.
What a shit show that was. Boy, I'll tell you what, we really banged the under on that one, didn't we? Jeez. And hey, at least I got one score right? 31? I got 31, but it was for the other team. Man, it was not what I imagined. Definitely not the score that I picked. It was definitely, man, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, if any game was the most disappointing game, it was probably that one. Because you had a chance to win, bud. I mean, it was a 1-11 Tennessee Titans team, and they came in, and they punched you right in the freaking mouth, and you did nothing. But, your boy showed up, brought him back a little bit, threw for 300. Yeah, we're going to get into that a little bit. Yeah, a lot of people can throw for 300 on bad teams. Let me go through the list. Colt Brennan. Yeah, we'll get through there. PJ Walker, Bailey Zappi. Let's just keep going. Bailey Zappi, I think, did it to us. But it was just disappointing. Had another special teams blunder. Myles Garrett only got 1 sack, and it looked like it wasn't even like the defense just didn't even want to play that game. And now, but coming up on this game, we're just riddled with injuries. Njoku got hurt last week. We had a few other people. Hey, guess what? Conklin's out again. Go figure that one. I'm going to keep bringing that up until that horse is dead. What did you think about last week? I know you were excited about Shedeur. You were blowing up my phone the entire time. You're like, oh, my God, look at the Messiah. The Messiah has come. Oh, yeah, it's perfect timing for Christmas. You're all sorts of happy. What did you think of that game?
Well, I mean, he didn't look like a 5th-round pick on Sunday, but I digress. I was frustrated, right? I was frustrated from the get-go. The Browns give up 14 points in the first quarter to a team who only usually scores 14 points per game. I felt like the defense, number one, Malik Collins was obviously sorely missed in the run game. That was blatantly obvious and unfortunate. The other thing that I noticed that was really bothering me was Myles Garrett was clearly going for the sack record, right? I think he got the press clippings. I think he was reading his own stuff, and they didn't seem to be setting up for the run game. It was just Myles Garrett was 10 yards in the backfield anytime you saw a play. And so what they kept doing over and over again, which we made no adjustment to, is Myles would rush, they would ship him, and whoever would ship him, whether it was a tight end, running back, he would jump out, and then he had nothing but 20 yards of green grass in front of him because Myles Garrett's way in the backfield trying to get a sack. And they just kept running that over and over in different variations. But that was just frustrating to see. I mean, Tony Pollard, again, another guy who has been a nothing burger all year, puts up 160 plus yards on us, and we've been one of the best running defenses all year. Before I flip to the offense, I want to ask you a question. People have been talking all year about how great this defense is, and I'm kind of starting to question it, and I have some logical reasons, but I want to know, how do you feel about this defense right now at this time of the year?
Once I was concerned about this defense at the beginning of the year because we all kind of knew what the season was going to be, right? Like we kind of, even though we had some hope that it might be better, but you sit there and you're like, I thought they would have checked in about probably 4 games ago and been like, all right, we're done playing. We're not going to try. I'm being dead serious. And everybody's like, well, they're NFL players. They're going out to the win. I'm like, dude, you've been to a job where you're like, okay, this is going nowhere. All right, I'm just going to do the bare minimum and get by. And I thought that's what was going to happen with this defense. Now, they shocked us a couple other times, but like you said, you look at Tony Pollard and his rushing from the last probably handful of weeks. I think the most rushing yards he had was 66. There was one game in there we had 18. Excuse my French. We're here. 18 fucking yards, and you gave up 161 to this guy. Like, it's just frustrating with this defense because they do have the games where they go out, and I think what it was is, like you said, press clippings. They're like, oh shit, Tennessee Titans are 1-11. We're gonna blow their doors off. We can just phone this in. This is just gonna be a normal game for our defense. And Tennessee came out and punched you in the mouth. Now, today is going to be a little different, which we'll get into that here a little bit later. But, how do you feel about this defense so far this year?
I am not as high as everybody else has seemed to be. I also got fooled a little bit, but I think this defense is just middling, right? A lot of people were saying top 10, top 5. Think about this. So you've got we had the lead in the end of the Minnesota Vikings game, and Carson Wentz, when you need it the most from our defense, Carson Wentz makes a drive to put the game away. There was the second Ravens game where we not only had the holding call on Devin Bush, but the offsides by Cam Thomas to basically seal that game. That was another loss. Obviously, the Jets, that was against the Jets. And then against the Ravens, it was 4th and 1, basically for the game. The Ravens are down in the fourth quarter, 4th and 1, and Mark Andrews runs 36 yards for a touchdown against our stout defense. So it's been frustrating, and for them to put that performance up, it just was not great. And I'm just not as high on them as everybody else thinks. The other big point I wanted to make was the defense, the opposing offenses haven't had to really do much, right? Our offense can't score most of the season, so they're probably playing a very conservative game when they come against the Browns. They're like, hey, if we just don't screw up, we can put up 14 to 17 points. We can probably beat these guys. So they're not trying really hard. They're not passing a lot. They're kind of control the ball, run game. And so I think that inflates the stats a lot when our team can't score. The other team doesn't have to. Does that make sense?
No, that makes sense. But, also you got to factor in too. I know what you're saying about that, but when your defense is on the field 75% of the time because your offense can't do anything, they're taking more snaps and more hits than what our offense is at that point in time. And you just get worn down, man. You just get worn down. I don't know how else to explain it. Your defense could be so good all the way up to the fourth quarter, but when you've been getting your head busted in because your offense does, 95 3 and outs and you're on the field all the time, what are you supposed to do at that point in time? You're just gassed. Yeah. And we've seen it before with Browns teams. The elite defense they had not too long ago, was it a few years ago when they were like number 1 defense in the NFL, and then they got gassed in the fourth quarter because offense couldn't do anything.
Yep.
And it's a yin and a yang with this team. You need your offense as well as your defense. You need your offense to at least take some time off the clock and give them more than 34 seconds to sit on the damn bench and then come back out and play, right?
So you're saying it's not good when Myles Garrett is out of breath when he goes out to start the drive.
Yeah, and hold on. Or somebody gets hurt, or there's like a little 30-second timeout, and he does what I do with my kids. I just lay on the ground like, give me 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Just give me 10 minutes. 10 minutes. No, I mean, but yes, let's talk about the offense. So the offense did show up last week. We had a 63-yard catch from Quinshon Junkins. Your boy did throw for 360 yards. He had 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Okay, against the Tennessee Titans. Okay, just want to throw that at the Tennessee Titans because they were playing prevent defense probably the last 4 quarters. But anyways, I'll give him credit. I gave him credit on my other show. He looked good. He really did. Is that enough to not draft somebody next year?
I think we can't answer that question today.
No.
So I think you need to see how he does these next 4 games.
I agree.
I mean, the hardest part for me is I pulled this stat up from one of my buddies on Twitter, Cleve TA. He said the Shedeur Sanders was rushed. The rush percentage was 63% against the Titans this week, which is the highest rush percentage that any quarterback has faced this entire year. So as bad as the Tennessee Titans are, the man was under a ton of pressure because of how even worse our offensive line is.
And it's going to be worse today.
Yeah. So, he's doing this all with duct tape and bubble gum, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you got a terrible offensive line. And as much as the wide receivers have looked better, I think it's only because of him, right? I mean, our wide receivers are still like one of the 3 worst in pass completion, in separation and speed. So they're also 5th worst in the league in drops. So this is not a good wide receiving core, no matter how good Shedeur plays. So the fact that he's able to do this with those kind of people surrounding him, it's just, what else can you ask for? I mean, he should be putting up less than 200 yards with that kind of talent around him.
And I agree, and he has been, except for this one game. And this one game was a lot of big plays. I mean, 63 yards just came from Quinshon Junkins. So He's getting chunk plays. I'm not saying he's not getting chunk plays, but also he's getting plays where he is under distress. Now, what I am promised by and I'm excited about is he has changed his footwork in the pocket. Mm-hmm. He's actually stepping up in the pocket, not running backwards for 40 yards and getting sacked. But still, there's still some decision-making that he has to work on. The pass to Njoku, beautiful touchdown pass. Bad thing is, Harold Fanning was wide open, and I mean wide open. So those are the things you got to look at. You got to take your bad with the good with Shedeur Sanders. Now, am I willing to not draft a quarterback next year because of how well he played against the Titans? No. We got 4 more games. I give him the rest of the season to evaluate, see how he does. Plus, also, this offensive line is shit, like you said. The wide receiver core is shit. How are we going to get a true evaluation for Shedeur Sanders? And we don't know. But if you caught my show, which you did, and I broke it down everything, and I said if I was a GM of the Cleveland Browns, I would not draft a quarterback in the first round next year. I would start heavy on offensive line and wide receiver because there are too many holes on this team other than quarterback right now. And with him showing that he could pick up the game and progress and get better, it's probably the best thing that the Browns could do is get some talent around him and this team back on offense and go from there.
Well, and it's a struggle, right? You don't have enough information on the quarterbacks that are coming out anyway. My guess is if you had Shedeur on this Indiana team or Shedeur on this Oregon team right now in college, he'd be probably performing better than either of those 2 quarterbacks. I firmly believe that. Maybe you don't, and that's fine. But I guess my point is I think he needs a whole nother year to see what you truly got, right? And we're most likely not going to have the top 2 draft picks to draft one of those quarterbacks. Mm-hmm. Like, even if the teams that don't need a quarterback are up there, they're probably going to trade back with somebody like the Rams or somebody who has a need for a quarterback that they can develop. So my best advice, I guess, for the Browns for what we know right now would be obviously let Shedeur play the next 4 games. We'll see what happens then. And then give him all next year. I mean, let's be real. We're still in cap hell because of Deshaun Watson. And if we kick the can down the road, which they can, but I don't think they should, like if they end up lucking out with the lottery ticket that they picked with Shedeur Sanders in the 5th round, then that can speed up the process of the rebuild that we've been worrying about for the last 3 years.
Yeah, and I agree. It's just the question I want to ask you, and this is the question I want to ask everybody, is it because of his dad and his last name? If this was Joe Smith from BYU, would you be this pumped about a 5th round pick going out and doing what he's doing now?
To me, it has nothing to do with his name.
Because for a lot of people it is, though. A lot of people it is. And that's kind of like the thing that a lot of people on social media are fighting about, because it is about his name, and he does have a following because of his dad and what he did at Colorado. Now, that's fine. But if this was, like I said, Joe Smith from BYU that got drafted in the 5th round and he came out and looked pedestrian the first couple games and had one good game, would we still be wanting a quarterback in the 1st round next year? Probably, because the kid hasn't shown enough, right? So it's the thing that sucks about having a person like Shedeur Sanders be part of your NFL franchise, because yes, you're going to get a lot of pop. You're going to get everybody talking about it. Even us, we're talking about him right now because of his name. If it wasn't for his name, I don't think people would care here in Cleveland about it.
Yeah, but I mean, he's already performed way better than anybody else we've had on this roster for the last 2 years.
Well, hold on. Let me think about it. We had a couple good games from Jameis.
Okay. And we didn't keep him.
Well, there was a reason why, because he likes to throw interceptions a lot.
Okay.
Like, I think he had a chance to throw like 35 interceptions one game if he could do it.
And how many interceptions has Shedeur thrown?
Was it 2? 2 now?
Okay.
So, no, but they're also beating it into him. He's checking down and not taking shots down the field, too. So it's not like he's, they're beating it into him like, don't turn this ball over, please.
Sure. But he's also, I mean, you saw the over-the-shoulder throw to Fannin. Just even though it might have not been the best read in the end zone, the touchdown you referred to with Njoku.
Still, it was a good throw. I'm not saying it wasn't a good throw. I'm not saying he can't throw
he
the
threw
ball.
that ball in a spot that only Njoku could hold it.
And guess what? Njoku got injured on that play, and he's out for today.
And then he also threw a dime to Jerry Jeudy, who couldn't get involved in the first 14 games.
He still can't get involved. That was his one cat. Like, I don't even want to talk about Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy could take a bus trip to Florida for all I care. I can't even deal with that guy right now.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of positives.
I'm not saying there's not. I'm saying that he had a really good game. But there's also other people in the NFL that's thrown for 300 yards that have done nothing afterward. Do I need to separate you two? See, this is why we wanted to do this in person, so that you ever watch Simpsons when Homer's choking out Bart? That's what it's going to be here in a little bit.
He's all about the wrist up over here. Don't let him fool you.
Yeah. Oh, God, you're killing me. Oh, my God, we're going to need shots over here.
No, I just – even if you take his name out, even if you take his following out, I mean, could you imagine if Dylan Gabriel threw for almost 400 yards in a game? How I would be supporting the hell out of that kid.
I wouldn't, because he's 5'2".
Who cares?
I care.
It's madness. Okay, again, terrible wide receivers, terrible offensive line, no running game. Do you know who led the Browns in rushing last week?
Shedeur
Sanders.
Oh, my God. You're killing me.
No run game, no wide receivers, and no offensive line, and you're saying it wasn't good enough to put up almost 400 yards of offense by himself.
Okay, I'm a Shedeur hater. You're trying to, just back me in a corner now. Yep, see, there it is. I can't help it. It's not that I don't like the kid. Just don't think he's good enough for the Browns.
So that's what I'm saying. Let's just see the 4 games. Give him next year. We're stuck with Deshaun next year no matter what.
Oh, good God. That's the one thing that won't
let that contract end itself.
It's like Beetlejuice.
If he sucks through next year, then we're going to have to draft a quarterback anyway, right?
That's true.
And Lenora Sellers already going back to college. Dante Moore might go back to college.
Yeah, what happened to this draft class that everybody was like, oh, my God, this is going to be the best quarterback draft class there is? And it's like, Have you guys seen this draft class? It is not good.
I mean, the reality is it happens almost every year.
I know.
It's always, oh yeah, next year is going to be way better.
So much better.
There's no Andrew Luck. There's no Peyton Manning, right? Those are very far and few between. I mean, there was a Joe Burrow. In every draft, there's like the quarterback, right? I mean, you had Patrick Mahomes. Nobody expected him to be that good.
Yeah.
But
this year's Jackson Dart.
Yep. I mean, most people that study film, that do this for a living, had a late first, early second round on Shedeur Sanders. Take the name out of it, whatever. Like, that's where they had him. The other big thing for me has been his development, right?
Mm-hmm.
He unfortunately got no reps with the ones until the week after the Ravens game. And in those 3 weeks, I mean, he's obviously been in the playbook. He's obviously been listening. He's been drifting less in the pocket. He's been just throwing the ball out of bounds more rather than fighting and take big sacks. So he's learning quickly. So if he can keep developing that and keep that underdog mentality like Baker always used to thrive on, I think it could be something really special. But I also realize that there's also a decent possibility that he could fall back down to grace and only throw for 120 yards this week and throw three interceptions.
Well, and that, and there's always, once people start getting tape on you, that's the other thing. I mean, look at all C.J. Stroud came out his freshman year pretty much in the NFL, and his second year not so good. I mean, you're going to have this little up and down roller coaster with everybody, but like I said, he's making progress. And I can be honest now, would I rather see him than Dylan Gabriel on the football field right now? Yes, I would. Would I rather see him than Deshaun Watson on this football field? Oh my God, 1,000 times yes. God, Deshaun Watson just screwed us. Like, you wouldn't believe. God, that was such a horrible move that put us in a shitstorm that we're in now. All right, now I feel better. Got that off my chest. But what about this game coming up? By the way, we are live here at the 3 Spot in North Royalton. You guys want to come out? We're going to do a watch party here a little bit later. Brian and I are going to stick around and watch the Browns game today. It'll probably be a lot of screaming and yelling between us. A lot of wrist up, a lot of wrist down. It's going to be crazy here. But yeah, we're here at the 3 Spot. It's right off of Ridge Road and 82 here in North Royalton. So come out, hang out with us. We're having a blast here. Staff has been amazing to us. Place is starting to fill in now. So come on out, have a drink with us, and have some fun with us. All right, so today we got the Bears. And I told you that I was going to wear my mustache and my aviators, but I didn't think that would look good today with us being out here live, because I might look like Bobby Valentine in the dugout for the Mets back in the day. If you don't know that reference, please go look that up. Or Johnny, what was it? It wasn't Johnny Football. It was
Billy Manziel.
Billy Manziel, yeah, out in Vegas. So, yeah. But we do have the Bears coming up. We're playing in Chicago. Negative wind chills out there. It is going to be cold. It is going to be brutal. You brought up a wonderful stat to me before we started the show that the Bears are giving up easily 135 rushing yards per game the last handful of games. I mean, does that mean it's a big game for Quinshon Judkins? Great thing is we put that out on our Twitter poll. Cold, wet, and ugly football today in Chicago. What travels better, Judkins in the run game or Shedeur's passing game? Get your votes in there on our Network 216 at Network_216. As of right now, the run game is winning by 57 to 43%. So get your votes in on that. We'll close it out at the end of the show. But, man, what do you expect today from today's game?
Well, I think the big wrinkle that we're facing today, you already mentioned it, there is a lot of injuries on this team. I mean, if you look at
it's not even injured. Like, half the team's out. Let's just be honest. Half the Browns team is out today.
Seriously. I mean, they had to make a cut on a player that they didn't want to this week just so that they could bring in another depth player on offense.
Here, see if you could pull up the depth chart, because I know Conklin's out, Teller's out, Ward's out, Njoku's out. I believe we have defensive guys out too. Defensive linemen's out too. I can't remember who else.
Yeah, so what I know as of this morning, Conklin's out, Teller's out, Ward, Njoku, Huntington, and Sampson.
And questionable is Bitonio, Mason Graham, Tillman, Zinner, Oh my God, Corley. Jesus, the whole team's questionable right now.
Yep.
It's not good. It's not good. I would wish I could say, there's hope. There's still always hope. But with that many people out, and especially studs on the offensive line that you're going to need, that means we're filling in. Was it Trevin Jenkins is going to be in there again? You got him up. Darrell Ryder.
There we go. So here's Darrell Ryder as of 24 minutes ago. Fortunately, Joel Batonio's a go.
Joe Batonio's a go.
So we have one of our
starting offensive linemen that we started the year with starting today. That's promising. That's a good thing, right?
Yeah, I would say so. You've got Leviston's going to start at right tackle, and he's been not
ice
good.
Skates. The good thing is it's going to be negative, so the ice skates are going to be working really good out there today. They'll just be sliding right back into Shador like you wouldn't believe. He'll be backing that ass up right into him.
Good news, though, Mo Hurst is back.
Oh, I love Mo Hurst. Give me some belly rubs today.
I hope
That
so.
is one of my favorite players ever. Even though he played for Michigan, still one of my favorite players. Anybody that comes out and starts doing the belly rubs, I gotta love it. Call him my little panda. Love that guy.
So that's the big question is, can the Browns overcome all these injuries? I don't know. The offensive line has been just atrocious, even without all these injuries. So I can't imagine it's going to look any better today.
Yeah.
And which is the only thing that gives me pause. I mean, I think at this point, anybody who watches the Browns knows that Quinshon Judkins is a legitimate starting running back in the NFL, maybe a top 15, top 10 eventually. But if he keeps getting tackled in the backfield every run, he's never going to amass any yards, and his yards per carry are never going to be great. So that's going to be the big question mark. Now, you mentioned the Bears are giving up 134 some yards rushing. So that'll be the big matchup to focus on, is their defensive line versus our offensive line that's in shambles. I've been watching the Bears closely this year. Me and my other co-host on my other show go back and forth. He has no faith in the Bears, and I just keep saying, the record is the record, man.
Well, that's with a lot of teams so far. I mean, look at the Carolina Panthers. That's the other thing you got to factor in. Like, you're seeing all these other Jacksonville is actually doing good. Carolina's doing good. Bears are doing good. Indianapolis, my God, we didn't even talk about 50-year-old Phillip Rivers, Grandpa Rivers coming back there.
Hey, he's only 44.
Close enough. You round up, especially when you've had, last game he played was 5 years ago. So I can't wait to see what that's going to be today. Hopefully they got that on here today too.
Yeah, I don't know.
I wonder if he can run. Do you think he can run, or does he have the hover round that takes him wherever he wants to go?
He couldn't run 5 years ago.
That is true. Well, yeah, you're right.
I mean, he looked like, you think about Joe Flacco earlier this year, that's what he reminded me of was Phillip Rivers towards the end of his career.
You think he blows an Achilles today?
I hope not. I mean that would be a terrible story.
Well, and it's not a terrible story. He actually got a start and then pulled a Tom Brady. What if he does the magical thing and wins Indy the Super Bowl, coming back? Oh my God, it'd be glorious. And then all Browns fans be like, why didn't we sign that fucking guy? Right?
I don't want Phillip Rivers anywhere near my team.
Why not? What a gamer. That guy.
You saw our offensive line with an old quarterback who can't get out of the pocket.
I'll tell you one thing. If he throws it and hits Isaiah Bond in the head again, at least he'll be concussed after that. Guy's got an arm still.
Somehow, number 12 is hitting Isaiah Bond. No problem.
Right in the face.
That was Dylan Gabriel. So the other things that I'm focused on here, I mean, I think Ben Johnson, what he's done with the Bears this year from compared to what they were last year, has just been phenomenal. I mean, you obviously see the Detroit Lions have fallen off and the Bears have come to fruition. Mm-hmm. And the one difference is that Ben Johnson was the offensive coordinator last year for the Lions. Now he is the head coach of the Bears. What he's doing, especially with the run game, Kyle Monangai, obviously nobody ever heard of him. Well, maybe not nobody.
I'm going to say that name one more time.
Kyle Monangai.
Okay, I just want to make sure. You worked on that, didn't you?
I've had him on my fantasy team, so I've had to pronounce that a few times.
Okay, good, because I can't do it.
So between him and Swift, they're like the two-headed monster, kind of like in Detroit. Detroit's offense is obviously taking a step back, and I think a lot of that is because of Ben Johnson not being there, and he's such a creative play caller. Caleb Williams really hasn't. I mean, he's played good this year, but he's not been great. So they're doing this despite that. So I mentioned Swift and Monungai. They're both averaging 4.8 yards per carry, which to have one running back doing that is phenomenal. To have both of them, that's like yin and yang you've been talking about all day. 11 touchdowns between the both of them. 838 yards of their offense through 13 games is because of those two players. And I think Swift missed 2 games, if I'm not wrong. And their wide receiver room is not bad either.
Yeah.
You've got Odunze. You've got DJ Moore, formerly of the Carolina Panthers. Luther Burden, who's a rookie I think is going to be good in this league down the road. And then they also have at tight end Cole Kmet and Colston Loveland.
Yeah. Loveland's been really good for them this year, too.
So you're looking at like a tale of two stories here. You've got the Browns who have nothing.
And Chicago has everything.
So, I mean, I think I already know the answer to this question, but I heard this on the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show this week. If you had to pick between Caleb Williams and Shedeur Sanders, based on what you know right now, who are you picking to start this week?
Caleb Williams.
I knew you would say that.
Like, you would pick Shedeur Sanders?
If he was on the Bears?
What? You would pick Shedeur over top of
Caleb Williams?
Yes.
Right now?
Yes.
Maybe.
You're fucking delusional. You guy, come on. Okay. You know something? We're not getting into this. We can get into this off air on TikTok where everybody can see us argue with each other today. I can't wait for that. But no, you got to pick Caleb Williams in that point.
I'm just messing with you.
You are not messing with me.
No, I would pick Caleb Williams.
Oh my God.
He's had the consistency over a year and a half, almost 2 years now. So yeah, I would stick with
There's
Caleb.
not enough Tito's to deal with you today. Your wife's going to have to drive me home.
You better figure it out, boy. You better figure it out. The other big thing with the Bears and the Browns when I was doing my research, Bears have forced 29 turnovers this year, which is 8 more than the Browns have through 13 games. So that's almost an extra turnover a game.
Mm-hmm.
The other biggest stat I found, the Browns are 1-5 in games that are won by less than a touchdown. The Bears are 6-2.
Yeah, that's not good. The spread's what, 7.5 today?
Yes.
I mean, do you take the Brownies to cover the spread?
I learned my lesson a long time ago when I was gambling that I don't ever bet on the Browns either way. When you think they're going to get blown out, they somehow win by 1 point. And when you think they're going to lose by 20, they lose by 3. Or like last week when you take the under because you're like, the Titans suck and so do the Browns offense. It's a damn shootout, and Shedeur Sanders puts up almost 400
over
yards.
before halftime.
So, yeah, you don't bet on the Browns. That's the lesson to learn here, folks, of degenerate gamblers, unless you got your magic.
I still can't believe they hit the over before halftime. That was God, I love it.
I'm sure Vegas loved it.
Oh, I'm sure they did too. Oh my God, what a great time. Yeah, so today I expect it's got to be the Quinshon Judkins show today with the rush defense that the Bears have. You got to feed Quinshon Judkins the ball. It's going to be cold. Work that in with the play action with Shedeur. I mean, Harold Fanning is, Njoku's out, so he's probably going to be your top target again today. Dylan Sampson's out, so it's going to be a workload for who's the backup running back if Sampson and Ford are both out. That's the other thing I want to know. Like, who's going to try to come in and relieve? Is it going to be Mo Hurst? Oh, my God, please tell me it's going to be the Panda Bear. Oh, he's going to get belly rubs the entire time all the way through. I would love it. You're looking up the depth chart now?
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, it's going to be weird, but, I mean, I can see them keeping this a close game if the defense wants to show up and play today.
You've got Raheem the Rocket Sanders.
Heck yeah.
And then I didn't even know this guy was on the team. Travion Williams. Not Travion Henderson.
Travion
Williams.
Where's he from? Texas A&M?
3 carries for -1 yard so far.
That's perfect. That's perfect. That's right up our alley. Getting hit behind the offensive line is where we're at. We don't want to exceed expectations here. We want him to touch the ball, take one step forward, and get hit behind the offensive line. That's what the goal is today.
Yeah, he might want to be at home with the fireplace cranked on high rather than being a cold 17-degree weather in Chicago.
Is this the one where somebody fakes an injury just to get out of this game today? I mean,
did you shovel your driveway this morning? It's damn cold outside.
I do not shovel my driveway. I have kids. Those little degenerates go outside and shovel my driveway.
Good for you.
That's part of their chores. I shovel enough at work.
That's true. What about Myles Garrett? 3 more sacks to break the record.
To break the record. Caleb Williams, offensive line. Their offensive line isn't the greatest either, is it?
Nope.
Give him a couple sacks today, but if he actually plays a full defensive game and not try to sell out on getting sacks, it would be nice. But I can see him getting a couple sacks because Caleb Williams he can move, but he's not, speedy. Let's just put it that way. He's elusive, but not. He's like me. You get me out. I got quick speed, for about 2 seconds, and then it just kind of dies out after that.
My guess is Caleb Williams is a little more athletic than you, Fatty.
Oh, you'll be surprised. Don't let this fool you here, buddy. Don't let this fool you. I will break your ankles playing basketball. I got a mean crossover.
All right.
And when I say crossover, it means I'm falling down and crossing over you as I try to go around.
One of the other things that Myles Garrett has running for him is that Caleb Williams is one of the quarterbacks that holds onto the ball the longest in the pocket. So if that's the case, it should help Myles. The problem, again, no Malik Collins. Mason Graham is going to play, but he's banged up, so he's probably not going to create as much pressure up the middle as he has been doing. I don't know. The sack line for Myles is 1.25 today.
Yes, it is.
So I imagine he gets 1.5, maybe 2, but I don't think he breaks the record today.
That's not what Casey says. Casey says right there, he gets it today. Mark her words. Oh, he's getting it today. That'd be nice in Chicago, especially with the vaunted defensive they had over the years.
Look, honestly, I would prefer him to just get it now so that we don't have to be talking about this anymore.
Yeah. Well, and that's it. I brought it up with Bry. If he was playing on, if he breaks all these records this year, he has the tackle for loss record that he's chasing, the sack record that he's chasing. If he breaks all these records and gets the sack record, everything else, and he is on a different team than the Cleveland Browns, would he be in the running for the MVP?
No.
You don't think he would be in the running for the MVP?
No.
Who is your MVP guy right now?
Matthew Stafford.
Okay.
And behind him would be Drake May.
Okay. All right.
Do you know how many non-quarterbacks win the MVP?
Oh, no. And I get that. But I'm just saying, would he be in the conversation? I think he should be in the conversation because that's what he is doing right now. If he does break all these, is not like a little bit historical. It's legendary. Like he's breaking a guy who won the MVP, his rookie year in Lawrence Taylor. He's breaking all these records.
Sure.
Like it's not like it's, just a sugarcoat like, oh, he just got it by a little bit. No, like this is records that have stood the test of time for a while. So it would be a fun one. What are you looking up there?
So how many players, you love trivia,
Uh-huh.
how many players since the NFL has existed have won the MVP award on defense?
Just one, Lawrence Taylor.
Actually 2.
2, who's the other one?
Alan Page, which was playing before I was born in 1971.
Same here.
So it's, like I said, it's just everybody gets enamored with the quarterbacks, with the passing yards, with the offense. When you play defense, you're just not in the conversation for an MVP. I'm not saying it's fair, but that's just how it is. Like I said, even people that have amazing years, think about Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, I know. He's having a great year. He should be in the running for it, but he's not going to.
No, I mean, like I said, Matthew Stafford is the hands-on favorite, the betting favorite, and behind him is Drake May, I believe. I just looked this up a couple weeks ago, so it might have changed a little bit. But, I mean, Matthew Stafford in, like, a couple games had, like, 26 touchdowns and no interceptions. You got a Rams team that's, like, putting up some of the most points in the league. It's just going to be hard to beat out.
Yeah.
So,
No, yeah.
I don't care if Miles was on the Rams. Like, it still wouldn't matter.
All right. I just thought I'd ask. All right. Well, we're getting closer to the end of the show here, buddy. You want to do some bold takes today? Little parlays? What do you want to do next?
Sure. Let's do my parlay.
Oh, you got a Oh, God.
So we're going to start.
Because we're doing
hitting it.
great on parlays this year. Let me tell you. Have we hit one yet this year? We haven't hit one yet
No.
this year. This has been great. Okay, go ahead.
That's why I do locks. I like to do one pick at a time.
Okay.
Doing the parlays, you're swimming in dangerous water, no matter how smart you think you are. My parlay here, I've got Shador 190 yards passing. I do have faith in Judkins, but I have no faith in this offensive line, so I think he's going to be throwing a decent amount. Your guy, Fannin Jr., obviously Njoku is going to be out, and Fannin has been playing amazing. So if you get him at 50 yards, I've also got Isaiah Bond.
Mm-hmm.
He's only at 15 yards receiving. Then DeAndre Swift, I've got at 70-plus combined yards. Take the over on that. So if you combine all four of those legs, it's a plus 600 odds on DraftKings. If you're not trying to be squirrely, I would say just lock in Isaiah Bond for 15 yards. I mean, I think he's due, and they're going to be focusing on Jerry Jeudy, even though he's not a wide receiver one. My other, if you do want to get squirrely on one bet, Isaiah Bond, 50 yards, 399 plus 399. So you could quadruple your money. And don't forget, he had 60 yards on one play.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago.
Yeah. All right. So I got today I got Quinshawn over 77.5 yards. Okay, I got Harold Fanning 4+ receptions, and I got your boy wrist up 160 plus today.
Oh,
hey, it was for all this. It's a plus 230, $5 holla wins you $16. Nothing major, I think they're all gettable right there, especially the receptions for Fanning because he's averaging like 6 receptions a game. And with this run defense from Chicago, I think Quinshawn can get a good jump today, especially with him being truly the only running back on the roster right now, exceptions of Rocket. So, bold take today, buddy.
my bold take.
If you say Shador over 300 yards, I'm going to kick you off that chair.
No, it's not Shador, actually. I've got Isaiah Bond.
Okay.
2 touchdowns.
Shut up. All right.
I've got him on a passing touchdown and then a rushing touchdown of some manner. I don't know if it's like this wildcat or just something crazy,
right.
I think he has a rushing touchdown. You know what? Before we get into yours, I'm curious because this might spark something here. I know you're not a Shador fan, but the 2-point conversion to win the game last week, I meant to talk about this earlier. What are your thoughts on that?
It's the stupidest decision they ever made.
I knew
Stupidest decision they ever made. Stupid. He was the hot hand. You cannot take out the hot hand. You can't take out Shador in that situation. But, hey, they're Ivy Leaguers. They're smarter than us. Let's run a double reverse with Quinshawn Judkins. And, are you serious right now? And everybody's like, well, if that play would have worked. I don't give a shit if the play would have worked. That was a stupid-ass play to begin with.
It was very obvious that Quinshawn Judkins just had a brain fart.
Oh, yeah.
So
Still, that shouldn't have happened.
all he's doing is watching the cornerback who didn't move.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't move, you pitch the ball, and the seas just parted for the man.
Still, it doesn't matter. It's the stupidest play call ever.
Sorry.
What did you think of it? Would you want Shador out there taking the play?
Yes, I would want Shador out there. He also fumbled the snap. The other thing that I think people are not factoring in is how banged up the offensive line is. And on a short yardage situation like that, you need to rely on your offensive line, which we don't have. So
I get that, but it's not that hard to throw a pick play, a quick pick play, or a slant, or a little fade to the corner, or anything of that nature. Or if you want to do a little pitch play, Shedeur can pitch the goddamn ball too. It's not that hard.
Sure, that's fine. I don't disagree with any of that. I'm just saying the play that was drawn up beautifully, and it would have worked had Quinshon Judkins not had a brain fart.
Let's see here. Today is the day. Oh my God, we're getting it.
Today is the day for what?
We're about to find out, I guess. All right.
So what is your bold prediction?
Bold prediction today. Oh my God.
One thing about Fatty, he's going to tell us how he really feels.
I can't help it. I'm brutally honest sometimes.
What's your bold prediction for the day?
All right. So my bold prediction for today. Let's go Fanning 2 touchdowns today.
Love it.
Hey, 1 rushing, because they'll put him behind. He'll get his little QB sneak in there because they'll do something stupid like that again. Oh yeah, they will. They'll be like, it worked once before, right? They might do the Mark Andrews play with them. You never know.
I actually like that, but if there's chaos going on with like 8 seconds left on the play clock, they better abort and call a timeout this time.
No, that's no fun. We got to keep the Browns fans on their tippy toes on that one. Yeah, that's my bold take today. 2
Okay, so
touchdowns.
tell us about the score. What do you think is going to happen in this game today?
Well, last week we both banged the under, and we just got completely destroyed on it. This week, I think it's like, 38.5. I would say bang the under again, but we're probably going to get screwed over on that one. So, since we are live here out at the 3 spot, North Royalton, do something I normally don't do on special occasions like this. I'm going to pick the Browns today to win, and I'm going to pick a fun game. I'm going to pick 28-20. Browns beat Chicago today.
So MPC comes in and says Corley is 2 years younger than Thrash and might be better. Don't mind cutting Thrash.
I don't think anybody minds cutting Thrash right now.
I honestly didn't mind it either. Again, I understood the logic just with how banged up this offensive line is. You needed the depth just in case.
Mm-hmm.
But MPC, you're right. Yeah, I agree. I'd rather have Corley than Thrash. I think you kind of had a lot of depth at that particular style of receiver, even though we don't have any, what do you call it, X receivers or
we don't have any receivers. Let's just be honest. We don't have any receivers, asshole. Just be honest with the people. Like, there's no X, there's no Y, there's no Z. We got a dunce cap and somebody sitting in the corner right now.
What?
See, it's a lot different in person, isn't it?
I love it. Where now that we're into wide receivers, where would Jerry Jeudy be in the depth chart if we had quality receivers?
He wouldn't be on this fucking team.
Jesus. Okay.
I wouldn't want him on this team. I thought it was stupid that they got him, and then guess what? Extended him.
Don't worry, we have C, D, and F.
Yes, we do.
Oh my goodness.
Slips into retirement. You and me both, Casey. You and me both.
If him and Watson both do we get the money back as the Browns?
God, I hope so. That'd be great, wouldn't it? That would be great. That would be the dream.
That would be a nice.
Maybe they could do it to each other. Like Watson throws it to him just in practice, blows out his shoulder. Jeudy goes down with like 6 knee fractures, and we don't have to worry about this anymore.
Oh my God. Well, Watson's only on the roster for 1 more year. And
yeah, that's what everybody keeps telling me. I think he's like the ghost of Christmas past, and he keeps coming up. Merry Christmas, everybody. Deshaun Watson's here again.
Oh, Jesus.
Like I said, he's like Beetlejuice. You say his name once, then magically, we're going to open up the practice. Is he going to start this year? Well, we got to talk about it. Is he going to be on the roster next year? We got to talk about it. Of course we do.
He's going to be the backup quarterback to Shedeur next year, 2026.
Oh, my God.
I can't wait till the first game next year.
You are going to have to stab me in the temple with an ice pick. All right.
So if Shedeur plays well, by well, I mean well for the Browns, the next 4 games, are you on board with him getting the whole year next year?
I wouldn't say the whole year, but I would give him the first half of the year, see what he's got.
Well, who else are you going to give it to? You going to give it to Deshaun Watson for the second half?
No. You said that we're drafting your boy from Penn State, right?
Fingers crossed. Drew Aller, yes, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, and if not that, Casey, I'm going to throw up. You and me both, Casey. You and me both.
This team is 3-9 or whatever for a reason, right? So that's no secret there. Hopefully next year, we'll have optimism for longer than the first 2 weeks of the season.
You would think, right?
I don't know a lot about billionaires, MPC says, but I'm assume Jimmy foams at the mouth thinking about the return on investment from Watson.
He probably does. I'm being dead serious. He probably does.
And he's like, well, if we keep him, 1 more year, we can get him as a backup quarterback. We can really get the return on investment.
Maybe we can get money back. Yeah, I don't think that's happening.
Just like the rebates from the gas station.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I digress. You guys are killing me in the comments.
We have got to get out of here. That is just all right.
So for me,
your score. What's your score today? So
I'm not as optimistic as Fatty. I think the Browns lose a close game. I think it's 24-21 Bears. There's just too many injuries, I think. Shedeur Sanders can't overcome an offensive line that's just Swiss cheese. Here's Justin. What's ROI? Is he going to hook up on massages? Oh, I shouldn't even have put that up there. Good grief. So with that one, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to wrap up the show. Fatty might be having an aneurysm here. I don't know what's going on. He's just laughing too hard.
I love it.
This was our first live show. Let us know how we did in the comments, if there's anything you would change. If there's anywhere that you guys would like us to try and go next time, we would love it. Here we go. Got one more score predict from MPC.
Bears 23, Browns less than that.
Oh, yeah, there you go. I like that. Unfortunately, honestly, any loss we have is actually a win. If the offense plays well and we still lose, that'd be great. And Miles gets the sack record, great. All good things. So why don't you let us out of here?
All right, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. Go give us that like and subscribe on Network 216. And come out and hang out with us. Keep up the good work. Thank you, MPC. Maybe wrestling. She wants to do wrestling next time. Oh, my God. All right, catch us live out here. We're still going to be sticking around here at the 3 spot watching the Browns game coming up. So if you guys want to come up and hang out with us, you guys are more welcome. Thank you guys so much for watching. Give me Here We Go Brownies.
Here we go, Brownies. Here we go.
All right, we will see you guys next time. Have a great day.